2026 Winter Olympics.
Hello, and thank you so much for staying up late with us on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm Party Porter.
And I'm Aaron Gonders. 2 victims are injured and a juvenile suspect is at large after a shooting this evening in Wichita Falls.
WFPD was dispatched to Taft House Apartments for reports of shots fired just after 7:30 this evening in the 4600 block of Taft. According to the WFPD, 2 victims were injured and transported by AMR. The suspect of the shooting is a juvenile last seen wearing a gray hoodie. At this time, the incident remains an active investigation, and in a press release, the WFPD says there's currently no indication that there's a threat to the public or community.
The Wichita Falls community is mourning the loss of the first African-American WFISD board president.
WFISD Communications Officer Ashley Thomas confirmed this evening that Reverend Reginald Blow has passed away. When Blow was appointed to the District 2 trustee position in 1999, he filled the position of retiring trustee Lindsay Walker.
At the time, Blow was also the publisher of the North Texas Journal. Blow was on the school board for 17 years. In 2010, he was elected board president and became the first African-American president of the Wichita Falls School Board. The mayor of Vernon issued boil order for the city, plus emergency crews continue work repairing a damaged water line.
In addition to conserving water, the city of Vernon is currently under a boil order after a malfunction of the chlorine injection system at Orbison Park, which leads to the detection of E. coli in the water. This means all Vernon water customers must fill their water before consuming it, and this includes drinking, cooking, making ice, and brushing teeth. And because of the boil order, Vernon ISD is canceling school for tomorrow. Vernon ISD says they will be purchasing water pallets and setting up hand washing stations tomorrow, so school can resume on Tuesday.
According to Vernon Mayor Pam Goslin, emergency repair teams worked throughout the night to fix a damaged 24-inch water line north of the city. Due to complications from the first leak, a second leak along the same line. Mayor Goslin says the next steps include the time-intensive process of draining the line, welding repairs, and replacing pipe sections.
To help the situation, the city is asking the Vernon community to conserve water by limiting non-essential use. This includes lawn watering, car washing, and unnecessary laundry. Also, check for leaks on your property and report any significant water loss. To report a leak, you can contact the City of Vernon or call the non-emergency police number, and they will dispatch Public Works. Big things are coming to Olney, including a new water treatment plant, more housing, and revitalization to its downtown area.
And these are some of the major things on the agenda for revamping the town. National Waters shows us more on the city's plans for redevelopment.
Last week, Mayor of Olney, Rue Rogers, told me that good water equals good economic development. Now, economic growth isn't just about attracting new businesses, but bringing long-term challenges into opportunities. Olney city leaders say momentum is building around projects that are designed to help long-term growth for the community. Economic growth is on the radar for towns across Texoma, and in Olney, city leaders say the focus is on building a foundation for the future. Rather than relying on a single project, officials are using multiple tools to address long-standing challenges and encourage investment.
Different groups within the community that are looking ahead, that have a vision, and that are really putting in the time and effort to try to make it happen so Olney can grow and can benefit and can thrive.
One of those tools is the city's newly approved tax increment investment zone, also known as TIRZ, a funding mechanism designed to reinvest future tax revenue back into targeted areas of the city.
TIRZ 2 is going to be focused on water infrastructure, town revitalization, and also some housing. But these are things that will help promote and push the city of Olney forward as we grow.
From creating a tax reinvestment zone to the redevelopment of long vacant buildings like the Saving and Loans building behind me right here, city officials say the goal is to revitalize downtown, but also by easing financial pressure on the city's existing budget. One of the most visible opportunities sits at a busy intersection, the former Olney Saving and Loans building, and the mayor says the location makes it a prime candidate for redevelopment.
We've been exploring all opportunities for it. It's right on the corner of 114 and 79. It's probably a high traffic area. We want to find something positive to go in that building or in that space.
With ownership now in the city's hands, Olney's Economic Development Corporation is actively exploring options for the site that could improve residents' quality of life.
Set up something there in that would drive economic development in our community. All things are on the table, but we've got an asset there that we're trying to figure out how can we use it and make the most of it.
City leaders say that changes won't be happening overnight, but they believe the foundation that they've laid out will bring economic growth for decades to come.
All right, let's switch switch gears now and check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling for a look outside. And Michael, it was a beautiful Super Bowl Sunday today.
Yeah, we had nice warm temperatures throughout this afternoon. If you had any outdoor cooking, I'm sure it's been a nicer February than we've had many years. Satellite radar across the area shows some increasing cloud cover in the southern portions of Texoma. We'll keep mostly clear skies overnight tonight, but we will see an increase in cloud cover by late afternoon into tomorrow evening. Current temperature outside is still pretty nice though, 56 degrees in Wichita Falls. I do expect us to cool down eventually a little bit more here overnight tonight, but it has been mild so far here as we've gone throughout this evening. We are a couple degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday, and it will stay fairly warm here for the beginning of this week. But rain chances are returning also in the 7-day forecast, and highs are looking a little bit more inconsistent. We'll talk all about that coming up here in a few minutes, Aaron.
All right, sounds good, Michael. Thanks so much. We'll see you in a little bit. The National Weather Service is getting you ready for severe weather season, and Dylan Jimenez attended the annual Storm Spotters training to learn more about that training. Dylan?
Spring is right around the corner. That means severe weather will ramp up soon. This training aims to help the National Weather Service better serve you when storms roll in. From tornadoes, floods, and everything else in between, there's no telling how active severe weather season will be this year.
It's a question of when it's going to happen, how bad it's going to be.
So to prepare you, the National Weather Service of Norman is prepping the community on storm spotting.
As the squall line is moving from the left to the right on the screen.
Warning coordination meteorologist Rick Smith led the training. He says training is key to receiving accurate information.
While we cover storm spotters, we also talk a lot about information everybody can use, how to stay safe in a tornado, how anybody can make a report. We take reports that help us issue better warnings from anybody in the public.
The training covered a variety of topics, including basics of thunderstorm development, how to identify potential severe weather features, and what information to report.
We get into the types of storms. What can you look at in the clouds that can give you an indication that a tornado could be developing in the next 15 minutes.
But these trainings also teach safety, whether you're out chasing or seeking shelter during a severe storm.
Have a plan to know that we're going to get storms, to have a plan to keep your family and yourself safe, to know what we're looking for when storms are coming in, to know how to protect yourself and your family.
Though the season is unpredictable, it's planned now, so when you need to take action, you're ready to stay safe. Now, if you missed out on this training, the National Weather Service will be hosting more events in the future, plus online courses. To learn more, visit TexomasHomepage.com.
Such an important role that storm spotters play. All right, thank you so much, Dylan, for bringing us that story.
Super Bowl Sunday isn't just the biggest day in football, it's also one of the busiest days of the year for pizza. I know we enjoyed some ourselves here earlier tonight. Local fans were fueling up before kickoff, and business was booming.
Tyson Dawson shows us how one Wichita Falls pizza shop handled the rush.
Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and if there's one thing people love during the Super Bowl, other than a good game, is good pizza. And here at Stone Oven, the crowd is falling in for their game time grub.
It's infinitely more packed. Like, it is hectic. Usually we only have, I'd say 2 people on shift, but for Super Bowl, we gotta have double.
Manager Christian Rodriguez says Super Bowl Sunday means phones ringing, orders rolling in, and all hands on deck.
We have multiple orders for just a bunch of pizzas here for Sunday, because people are getting ready. I think there's no other compliment now. Pizza and football.
Rodriguez says even though they're known for pizza, there's another fan favorite on the menu.
It's wings, man. We have to order extra wings, man. Yeah, it is ridiculous, man. They want wings. They want to just grub out while they watch.
But whether it's wings, pizza, or the several other items they serve, staff say what sets Stone Oven apart is the quality.
We get fresh vegetables from local farmers. We make sure that we get fresh mozzarella cheese. We don't cut it like other places. I can't say the names, but they cut it provolone and cheaper cheeses. We just want to make sure that we just try to provide the highest quality pizza we can for the best price.
It's clear that Super Bowl Sunday is a tradition in Wichita Falls, and pizza remains a staple of game day celebrations. Tyson Dawson, KFDX 3 News.
Other local restaurants and bars felt the rush of patrons during the Super Bowl. Floor manager for Parkway Grill, Jason Peoples, says they made sure to have extra beer stocked, extra wings, and other Super Bowl snacks ready for the big crowds coming in, while also adding extra staff for the day. However, Peoples says he anticipated a smaller crowd this year compared to years past.
I think this year is going to be a little bit different. There's not a lot of hometown type crowd here. with Seattle and the Patriots. So I think a lot of people are going to be ready for the halftime show.
And a lot of people enjoyed the halftime show, but everyone who was at Parkway Grill got to see the end of the Super Bowl, so we want to send a big congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks and all of our local fans on that big Super Bowl 60 win.
It certainly was a big Super Bowl win for the Seahawks. Now, looking ahead to next weekend is a community event all about honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
The multicultural gospel musical will be at New Jerusalem Baptist Church next Saturday. The theme of the musical is Psalms 137, 4 through 6. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? It's going to be at 3 that afternoon.
And later this month is the Multicultural Parade on Saturday the 21st.